going on, ladies and gentlemen? We got a major stream coming up. Seeing everyone in the chat. That is awesome. Can't wait, can't wait. Gonna have a fun time. I see 50 of y'all already. Woo woo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hit the transition button and drop the mic just a bit, and then Windows will do the same too, so that's going to be fun fighting it. Oh, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Frank, KG5AHJ, and we're going to have a fun and exciting stream for y'all, and let's go ahead and kick it off right away. Playing that awesome intro video! I have it queued up, yeah! Quick shout out to all my Patreons who makes the show possible. You can support me by joining Patreon in the link below. And on to Tank Radio. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? How are y'all doing today? We're going to have a fun and awesome stream. I'm waiting for the page to go live, and once it does, I'll go ahead and tell you what the sale is, but it should be an awesome one. I know what it is. It's going to be an awesome one. But before we get started here, I'm just going to say welcome to everybody in the chat. Welcome to all my Patreons. I had a nice break over the holidays, and just by happenstance, it was a 5 Sunday, so that means I had like 3-4 weeks off for streaming, but then I realized late in the game I had, oops, there needs to be another video drop. That's what that last one was. I built a new channel probably in a couple of weeks because we got that freeze. That freeze was so cold fun, and I didn't lose power this time. I am going ahead and just start cool fast with the rundown. Thank you to all my Patreons. I can't do this, and YouTube memberships. Can't do this without y'all. Y'all help support me and the channel, and I can't do this without your support, especially coming up this year. We got a number of trips coming up, and I need and y'all's help and support get me out there and get me having fun and so on and exploring the experience with you. And I love sharing everything with y'all. I love doing it. So if you're not a channel member or a YouTube Patreon, links are in the description below, and hope you go ahead and join. Plus, new this year, and I said that in the last video, but I'm going to announce it again, there's going to be 2 all hands meetings. That means that twice a year now, a supporter at any level is going to be able to join a all hands meeting. That we're going to do a Christmas in July one, and then of course the December we're going to have the meeting, all hands meeting December, and just hang out, have some fun, and share stories along the year, and just talk about ham radio. And as always, if you're not already, search Tank Radio on any audio podcaster app you have out there. There is a release every week. That means there are 2, and sometimes more, but usually 2 audio streams that aren't on YouTube. So if you want to figure out or hear those and hear what's going on behind the scenes, that is a perfect place to go ahead and listen to that and hang out with me while you're driving in the car, because I'm always listening to podcasts in the car. Always, always, always. I think that is it with the ramble. I'm going to go ahead and bring on all my friends here that are joining me today. And Zoom primary, what is up, y'all? Oh, I'm not hiding myself. We'll fix that.
What's going on, Forrest Gump wave in?
I love it. I love it. I love it. There we go. The triode there. How are y'all doing?
What's up?
Good. Good.
I guess a formal happy birthday to you is in order.
Yes,
right.
Yes. My birthday is officially was January 1st. And I turned 40. That is a big hint. And what the sale's going to be. And
40% off.
Something like that. And I can't wait to share the page, but it keeps giving me a 404. So what I'm going to do, what Jason does sometimes to me, I'm going to turn the stream over to y'all. And I'm going to do some tech support behind the scenes real fast.
Okay.
Maybe it's 40 radios for the price of 1.
40 for the price of 4.
That's pretty good. What's the weather doing where you guys are?
It rained yesterday. It's in the 50s now. Not much.
Yeah.
Get past that cold snap.
We didn't get any rain. We got snow and sleet.
Frank, you're
Frank,
hot.
we can hear you. I bet he can't hear us. Or no, okay, he muted himself.
There we go.
It's always something.
Yeah. Hey, look, I put up on my background, this was a picture out of off my back porch. And it looked beautiful like that for one day. And now it's all gone. And that's okay. I'm really okay with that. One day is all I need. And now we're back to the 50s. Though I think it's going to get cold tonight. I think we're getting back down into the 20s tonight.
Yeah, it says about to the 20s. Jason said, Giga Jason says he's going to look into that for us real fast and get back to me. Sorry about that, but I can't wait to share that with y'all. In the meantime, and I want to go around the room here in a second, but I just wanted to show the page that is normally for 5% off on Tank Radio. This is not for the sale. This is a normal 5% off if you use Tank at checkout at GigaParts on select items. There's 5 pages of these items, batteries and tuners and anything messy and polony. And it's just digi-rigs are on here. Anything that's on this page is 5% off. You just got to use Tank at checkout. Let's go around the room and let's look at one thing we are really excited for this year. Ham radio related, a convention or a build or something coming up we are excited for. Let's start with Jason.
Oh, something I'm excited for, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am looking forward to doing some campouts with ham radio people, and I'm actually driving to Orlando for the first time this year. I've ridden to Orlando with friends, ridden in the car, but never driven myself before. So when you be driving to Orlando, we're going to be camping in the RV campsite area at Hamcation. Of course, in a couple weeks, we're going to go camp in a cabin for a winter field day at a state park. So I've got those and more expo in April and a road trip through Colorado through all the national parks with my wife in July. and Big Bend trip in with my wife in April. So we got a lot of camping going on this year, and most of it's going to revolve around parks on the air, and or except for winter. Well, actually, even winter field days in a park, so it'll be a double whammy. You get parks on the air and winter field day points both. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out in the woods a little bit more and kind of getting the camping scene and a little bit of overlanding and just kind of being outdoors and doing ham radio that way.
All right,
And
I'm back.
Frank,
I'm
you
back.
there? Okay.
Yes, here it is.
I know you're trying to answer a phone call.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah. Here it is. I got the page up, so that means we're transitioning. It is 40% off on anything on this page, and I had the link right here, and that means I'm also going to edit the stream. You'll find it in the description in a second. But oh man, I can't pin. I got to undo this. But
Do you have the chat popped out?
yes, of course I have the chat pop out.
They changed that. You used to be able to pin it with a popped out chat, and you can't do it anymore.
But
so.
now I got to unpop out, pin it, pop it back out, fix that, do this, do that. There it is. It's pinned in the chat. 40% off. 40% off on awesome, amazing items. And now I'm not showing the screen. I'm showing the stream. Oh man, there we go. 40% off all these amazing things. I'm just trying to fix everything behind the scenes here. Off front, looks like everything Explorer related.
Nice.
Bags.
Very cool. Yeah.
Oh, even the Explorer
awesome.
QRZ1 radio.
Yeah. Good. 40% off of that. What's their normal price on that now?
I don't know. $60, and it'll be 40% off of that.
Okay.
You do have to use Tank 40 at checkout, though. Tank 40. You got to put the coupon code in to get the discount. Douglas says, "We'll see if the chat works again. I need the backpack." Yes, the backpack's awesome. What else we got on here? We got 2 pages of awesome stuff here.
That new battery box is there. I saw it.
Yes. Oh, that's a completely built-out battery box. How many amp hours?
You have the backpack all these little bags go in?
Yeah, the backpack should be on there too. Well,
maybe not.
They were sold out of those for a while, and they've got a new version coming in soon.
Oh, maybe they're trying to refresh their inventory. Oh, the green sling bag is on here. The tactical sling. I like that. For $12. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a nice. I mean, that's for $12.
Colors.
That's a steal.
Right.
A 30 liter sling bag, Molly, and a couple of these clocks. Nice.
Yeah, some Intellitron stuff.
To be clear, to respond to the chat, it's not Tank 40, it's Frank 40.
Frank 40.
Frank
Did I say
40.
Tank 40?
No, you didn't. People are asking in the chat if you meant that. No, you didn't.
No,
it says Frank 40. It's at the top of the page, too.
Awesome. And I had this also graphic that I made, and I had to fix because I was going to use it during. Get off, Tank Radio. Wow, this is awesome. Y'all are amazing.
That's good. Good.
So turning 40. Wow.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. Sully says that that tactical sling will hold a Yaesu 2980 with an Armalock cage perfectly.
What?
Nice.
And that Yaesu 2980 that's roughly the same size as like the FTM 6000 V71. So I wonder if it would hold any of those radios. I wonder. It's an interesting. I may have to grab one for that.
Well, I am going to be building because off of your stream, Jason, I did purchase the elk antenna. So I'm going to be building out a antenna bag for ham radio satellite working, and that I can't wait to get that rolling.
Nice.
That elk antenna is awesome. I'm so jealous, and it's so lightweight compared to the other antennas on the market, like the Arrow 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually picked up that sling bag during your birthday stream, Jason.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a decent. I mean, for $14,
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
it's crazy.
I can't get the page to load. I think you've overburdened the website. Oh, there it is. There it is. I get it. I got it now.
Love it.
Refresh.
My first website I brought semi down. Yes. Streaming achievement.
I'm assuming that 7300 backpack add-on bag probably does not handle the cage that I have in my 7300.
Do you have the Armalock or Portable Zero?
I got the Portable Zero.
I think it will hold the Portable Zero. I think.
There's enough slits in the sides where it might stick out of those slits and still protect the actual radio, or there's not enough pictures. That's why I'm asking. I wish they would take more pictures.
I'm not 100% sure. I believe that bag was designed prior to Armalock having a cage for the 7300, which is quite a lot bigger than the Portable Zero rail, because the Portable Zero is just rails. It's just one rail on either side. I think it'll fit that. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it will.
My
I
chat.
have to look into the Armalock stuff. I see you guys talking about it all the time. I just haven't considered it because my Portable Zeros work.
Sure. Yeah.
There we go. Transitioning again. I think the steal of this would be the complete battery box.
Yeah, that's
$100 with 40% off.
Yeah, it's like $60 for that.
Man.
It's good.
That's good. And it's a 60-watt battery. I don't know how many amp hours is that. I don't know what the math would be offhand.
How much an hour?
Well,
60.
It says a 65-watt power delivery.
Right.
I don't
It doesn't
think
come.
they're
It
talking
doesn't.
about the battery. They're
It doesn't
talking
come with
about
the battery.
Ports. Yeah.
Right.
You have to provide your own.
Right.
Birthday wishes.
Let's
See, that's the one thing I can't multitask is type.
N2 MAK Mike says the 7300 fits with the Portable Zero rails on it.
It does. I thought that I remembered them saying that it would. All right.
I'm back. Other cool things I saw on here is the Laptop Explorer accessory bag. I love this accessory bag for your laptops. It's completely modular from like 13 inches all the way up to a 17-inch laptop, and probably slimmer too.
Very cool.
Then that radio. No, I think I might buy that radio. I've been wanting that Explorer radio.
Set? Yeah, it's a decent rig.
And what is this sleeve? The Explorer Faraday sleeve. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, they got in some Faraday stuff not too long ago. I haven't tried any of it, but
cool.
So what are they showing with that, Frank? Is that an iPad that they have slipped into it?
I got to go back to it, but
Trying
yes.
to get a sense of the size on that.
Yeah, they have, looks like a standard size iPad, and you have another 4 inches, kind of, approximately, and they call that small. That's kind of big. What are the dimensions? All right, get off of the picture. Do they list them? Blah, blah, blah. No. Field digital security, field secure, peace of mind, specs.
Yeah.
Opens to 10 inches by 11. Close 10 inches to 9 inches. That's awesome.
Cool. Just really wish there was a definitive way to test those things.
What, like actually have an EMP pulse?
Well, yeah, if it's supposed to protect from EMP, wouldn't you want to know if the damn thing works before you spend money on it?
it's true.
A couple of years ago, I had Mission Darkness send me a couple things. I put them out there because I blindly follow what they said, but I can't prove one way or the other whether it works or not.
Nope.
In the meantime, I'm charging $60, $80, $100, $2,000, $3,000 for an item.
I'm spending my own money. I got 2 items in the cart. I love it. I want to hear what y'all are looking at in the chat. Let's go back to the room here. Robert, man, what's something you're looking forward to this year?
Man, we've got so many things kind of on the calendar already. I'm just looking forward to another great ham radio year. I'm doing a number of the same outings that Jason mentioned. Looking forward to field day. That's going to be a blast. Hopefully the weather cooperates. If it doesn't, we'll be drinking a lot of burbon and smoking a lot of cigars.
Oh,
I
that
think
is coming up.
Yeah, that's right around the corner.
Yeah, but we can run coax inside and operate from inside though.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
that's true.
I don't think the weather's going to affect us as much this year as what it has in the past, because this place has an actual living room, unlike RVs don't have living rooms. But yeah.
So looking forward to that. Next weekend is Cowtown here. It's a local ham fest. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's right around the corner too.
Yeah, yep. That's next Friday and Saturday. I'm going to be volunteering with AMSAT this year and working the table and doing some passes with those guys. So that's a first for me, and I'm looking forward to that.
That's awesome.
Then, man, I mean, Hamcation is right around the corner.
It's early this year.
Yeah. It's just like bang, 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 bang. So, that's really all the further I can look at this point.
Scott, you got anything fun coming up?
Well, I'm going to try to get some new builds done this year. Like to build a couple more antennas and stuff, get some more stuff out there. Looking forward to either one of two things. I'm going to go to the dark side for a second. Yes. Either work with my neighbors to get their solar panel issues under control, or I'm going to look forward to calling the FCC and having them get fined so I can use my radios again.
You should do.
All my neighbors. New Year popped up and 3 new neighbors got solar panels.
Oh, dang.
And I go out there and I talk to the installers like, you guys better make sure there's no spurious emissions or I will report it. And they're looking at me like, what are you talking about? Like, no.
Sheesh.
Oh. Yeah. Only way to do radios now is... Huh?
Update videos.
Yeah, I'll
the
probably
progress is coming along, and yeah.
Well, look, I'm a level with you. I was trying to work. Remember the first time I talked about the neighbors over here that had the solar panels that I can actually prove that they have emissions coming off. That's been screwed up my radios for the past 2 years. I sent them over a packet. I called the ARRL's RFI department, talked to somebody there, did nothing. Called the FCC, did nothing. So I have absolutely no faith in those two organizations right now in relation to getting my RFI issue resolved.
That's too bad.
So the only way I can use my radios is to pack up, go 25 miles outside of town, go to a park somewhere and set up there and do something, which I like doing. I like going out and doing my parks in the air stuff. But I should be able to do stuff inside besides FT8.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, well, I look forward to hearing about progress on that because it's going to be a long slog.
Yeah, it's been 2 years already, so I don't, we'll see how it works out.
Yes. Need to move the overlay up. All these fun things to do on the fly here, live streaming. What I'm looking forward to this new year, that's a good question. I am looking forward to hanging out with everybody. Cop-out answer, yay. I want to actually finish this antenna build. I hinted at it before, I'll say it on the live stream. I made a fan-linked dipole antenna for $20. So figure that one out. I did, but it's a linked fan dipole antenna. And I bought a better extension cord that I have around the house for this antenna, and I ended up cutting into it. I looked around and I'm like, the one I'm using right now is only like 6 feet long, and I was like, man, that's a small cord, and I just bought 25 feet and 2 of them, and the first thing I'm going to do is cut into these things, snip them right in half. Field days. I'm looking forward to get back on the road and doing winter field day coming up soon. Looking forward to cooking for everybody and hanging out. Yes, I know. I'm like, oh, they put me on a cooking station, but in the end, I do enjoy it, especially getting breakfast going because you know what? That means breakfast is ready when I'm ready. I'm not sitting around hungry waiting for someone to make breakfast. So that's one reason I do the breakfast is right away.
Good point.
Frank, I think you need to have beans for breakfast.
We did that kind of one year. I made the beans. Justin said he just picked up the 30-liter backpack. Or Douglas, thank you, Dell. I really do appreciate that. Yes, we did that one year. I made the beans the night prior for dinner, and then I warmed them up on the stove and had them ready for the breakfast burritos.
Mm.
So we really made sure you needed to use the crapper. I forgot that gentleman's name, but who showed up at Huntsville Hamfest with a whole roll of toilet paper?
Oh yeah, I don't remember
When I cooked the beans for the
it was a whole pack. It was a whole package of toilet paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I couldn't stop laughing when he showed me. Took me a minute or two to get him on camera, but once I did, that was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Sean's asking, what kind of balun did you use for the fan dipole? None. You don't have to have a balun for a dipole antenna. That's why I chose it. And hearing nothing from the room, that means I'm correct.
Well,
For a center-fed dipole antenna, that's correct.
Good.
If it's,
good
if it's
distinction.
off center fed, then you do have to have it. Usually a 4-to-1, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't know if have to is an accurate description. I don't know if you have to have it, but most off center fed dipoles have like a 4-to-1 balun.
Dawn says the beans done right will move the country. I like it. Stretch those comments. They're tiny. All right. I will try to fix that real fast. But I'm looking forward also to Huntsville coming up. Huntsville, man. I really do enjoy hanging out with everyone in Huntsville Handfest. Or not Huntsville. Well, Huntsville is the one I enjoy the most. But coming up sooner is, there we go, Dawn. For you, Dawn. Orlando.
Orlando should be fun too.
And Robert and I got our tickets booked, and I got a surprise for you, Robert. And you're going to laugh, and I can't wait to hopefully get it on camera. We'll see.
Is this a surprise that's going to get you hung up in security again?
We will see, because anything
happen.
I do,
That's going to happen regardless. I got news for you.
TSA will come up and be like, nope.
Yeah, just don't travel with that little gift I gave you earlier last year.
Oh, man. I used that the other day. What I was cooking. And I was like, man, it would be really good to have a knife. I took it out. I should have took a picture. I think it was for, I used it to cook some ribs. I used it, and it was just beautiful. Scott gave me a beautiful chef knife, and it just sliced right through the ribs. I was like, and I caught a little bone corner, and it just went right through it. I was like, yes, this is amazing.
That thing will cut through an SUV.
You didn't take that through TSA, did you?
No.
Okay. All right, good.
I drove down to pick it up.
Scott, he might need another one, Scott, if he took that through TSA.
Right.
Jeff says, don't lie. You enjoy those searches. No, I don't. No, I don't. However, one of those searches got me more action than I have seen in a long time.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
I know I told this story before on stream. I do it again one more time. Going through the body scanner one time, it was in the middle of the summer in Texas, so I was in shorts. Sandals went through the scanner, so I was barefoot or bare-legged from like the knee down, and the orange box was over my right ankle. And I looked at it, and I looked at him, looked at my foot. I'm like, do you really need to touch my foot for this? He's like, sir, it's an orange box or a red box, so that means we got to touch it. I'm like, my ankle is bare, sir. You can physically see it with your eyes. He's like, it's a red box. I have to touch your ankle. I said, okay, get this foot thing out of the way. And he just looked at me. He's like, that's not funny. I was like, it's kind of funny to be.
The whole thing's not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then it's like, come on, you're scatter. I didn't even have socks on. Come on.
Jeez.
Well, they only hire people with a double-digit IQ, so
Huh.
you can't expect a whole lot walking into one of those lines.
That's a good point.
Hamnonics. Tank TSA live stream. Highest viewed video ever. It'll
Yep.
be Frank versus the TSA. I have another story of that, but it was kind of work related. So if you catch me anywhere, I'll tell you, but I'm not going to tell it on camera. It's a doozy. Beans at breakfast. Not unusual for in New Mexico. Yeah, I kind of agree. Especially if you're doing a bean burrito. I really like a normal bean burrito for breakfast.
Yeah, those are not bad.
Yeah, it's usually if I stop anywhere for a fast food taco or something, I'll usually buy a couple bean burritos for the next day. Right? Because they do well usually. Reheating them.
I might be a little bit of a traditionalist. I go to Buc-ee's, get those egg, sausage, and cheese
Yes.
breakfast tacos.
I'm going to
cheesesteak burrito.
We're at the
That thing
halfway
is
point here. I'm going to recap
beautiful.
real fast. The sale is 40% off over at GigaParts. There is a link in the chat pinned, or you can go into the description and get it there. And that link will take you to the page that will show you everything that is 40% off. And if you use, that was not the transition I wanted. Frank 40, this time Frank 40 at checkout, you'll get 40% off these items. And this is for celebration. Me, take radio. Woo! I really enjoyed putting this together and working with GigaParts on this. If this goes well, there will be more, and I can't wait to do more of these live streams. Giga Jason said that he is busy tonight and is not going to be able to make it. So have fun, Jason. You enjoy your day off. It's Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Frank, every time you say Frank 40, I think of Old English. I don't know what that says, but that's what I think of.
I saw this question in the chat once. My bourbon of choice is McKenna Henry. This bottle used to be one of my favorites years and years ago, and it got picked number one on a lot of lists, at least in the top 10, and then you couldn't find it for years. I couldn't find it for years. And I saw it in the store randomly, and I picked it up, and I waited for my birthday, and I've been drinking. That's been my bourbon of drink since my birthday. So that is what I'm drinking. And the cigar tonight is the Tennessee Waltz. Amazing cigar. I needed a birthday cigar.
I don't blame you.
Tom said he got the Sling bag.
Good.
Awesome. It's great bags, great bags. You're welcome, Kim. This is the celebration of the channel, celebration of me, and to thank y'all with your continued support.
So Frank, I just bought a couple boxes of cigars
Oh?
for all of our adventures coming up. I bought I'd never had these before, but I've seen good reviews on them. It's they're called New World Dorados.
Ooh, the New Lure line is one of Don's favorite ones.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Izzo.
Nice. Nice. So I've got a box of those coming. And then what's the other box I got here? I tried a couple I decided to try something just a little different this time. I usually stick to my tried and trues, but I decided to try a few different ones. Let me see. Let me find it here real quick.
While you're pulling that up, I purchased a couple months ago now. Tahawane has their Monster series in October for Halloween, and they have a cigar, it's Frankenstein, and it's the Tank Radio Green. They also have one for
Really?
Jason the Slasher,
Oh yeah.
and it is his red. I was like, you can't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw them one time in both boxes in the store, and I picked up one for us, and we smoked it, I think, at the Dearlies, and I enjoyed doing that. And now I have a whole box of the Frankenstein ones.
Got a little product alert for you. I think your black tactical sling bags are out of stock now.
No, y'all ran that out?
Looks like it. They're not available.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I saw someone say that in the chat a little bit ago. So
Still get the desert and the green, but not the black.
The 30?
no, the sling bag.
The sling bag.
Oh, yeah. So the Desert Tan is still good. But you know what? I do like a good black bag. I don't know why.
I do
black
until
sling.
Texas summer hits. Then I'm thinking every other color except black.
Yeah. Well, that's wearing. I wonder, the sling... Ooh. I should have picked this one up and put it in my cart. The sling bag, if I get a chest harness for it, it would be a perfect bag for satellites. You could put your battery in it and have the mobile radio right there looking down. I haven't identified a bag for my use for the satellite build yet, but I bet that would be a good bag.
What radio are you going to use, Frank?
I'm going to use my old TYT 9800, and because that is dual receive, and it's actually a quad banger, and if you get the first generations of that radio, you can also get onto CB radio. Not saying you should, but it does transmit. Mike bet me a bottle. No, he bet me. I can't remember what it was. And he's like, I got that in the car. I was like, it will work. He's like, no, it won't. It was like, it will work. And we went over to his car, and he manually configured everything, keyed up, and it transmitted. And he's like, I did not know this.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did somebody recently, just at the end of last year, come out with a radio that allowed us to do satellite communication without having to have two radios? Like a full duplex portable?
Maybe.
A brand new one?
A HT or a mobile?
Is that the Yazoo?
It was a mobile radio. It wasn't a HT.
That new Yazoo 150, this one right here, is full duplex.
Okay.
I think he's thinking of, what is it, the FX1?
Possibly, but that's not out yet.
Right, that's not.
That might be what I was
but
thinking
that's, yeah, I think that's likely the one that you're thinking of.
Because doing it the old way, trying to find two 857s, whatever, is becoming harder and harder to do because there's less and less of them out there.
Well, that's why also I'm going to transition, like Robert and a number of people are doing, to a mobile radio, because a lot of mobile radios by default are dual receive. And you don't have to go look for that handheld that is elusive to find, or they don't make anymore, and you got to pick it up on swap meets.
But are you able to handle the Doppler effect with those?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. It's not automatically built in. I'll let Robert tell us how he does the Doppler effect. I think it's a great one.
He's the satellite master.
I've done my fair share. I tuned Doppler.
Well, I use the ICOM 2730, right? And
go ahead.
yeah, go ahead, Frank.
I used to tune it manually. So I set the steps to 0.5 kilohertz, and I just clicked it manually. So I preset the main radio, or the main radio receive frequency, and then I stepped it by hand. The 70 centimeter, you don't have to worry about too much with Doppler, but the 2 meter band is the one you have to do, right?
You got it backwards.
Oh,
Yeah, the higher the frequency, the more susceptible it is to Doppler.
okay. But Robert, how do you handle Doppler in your radios?
Yeah, so I set up multiple memories, right? So I set up 5 memory positions for every satellite. And I start 10 kilohertz higher. And of quarter of the way through the pass, I move it to 5 kilohertz higher. When it's directly over, then I'm right on the center frequency, and then I go 5 kilohertz lower, and then 10 kilohertz lower. So it's not bad at all whenever you set it up with memories like that. You just bump it every 2.5, 3 minutes.
And you'll start to hear the satellite start to fade a little bit, and then you just bump it, and then it'll be right there again. Yep.
But Frank, I've got that sling bag. Like I said, I bought one during Jason's birthday stream.
The tactical sling?
Yep. So I can bring it to field day if you wanna try it and see if it'll fit your radio.
I do. I will try to make a mental note of putting that in there, because winter field day is only a couple weeks away.
Yeah.
And I need to probably start packing for that. Thankfully, we don't have to go full camping out on it. So we just need maybe a cot and then the radio gear, which will be a lot. Scott, are you going to try to come up for this?
Got a lot going on at the moment down here, so probably not. But there will be a time shortly where I'll be up there quite a bit.
I'm looking forward to it. I forgot to ask about pre-stream, but I'll catch up with you to see how that's doing. The other things I'm looking forward to doing this year, I really want to get back into satellites. I want to do more builds. I think the video coming out next Monday, since it's been cold, it's not going to be the wrap up the antenna build because I couldn't get out to the park this weekend. And however, Sapphire developed a sort, and I couldn't turn on my radio. And I went ahead and troubleshoot that, and after like 2 minutes of trying to figure it out, I'm like, this will make a great video. So I started recording all of it. I did figure it out. It's not fixed, but I did figure it out what's going on.
I think I'm going to drop off, Frank.
Yeah, that's cool, man. What's coming up on your channel?
The Winter Field Day admins are going to join me. We're going to talk about Winter Field Day tonight, which is 2 weeks from now. So we'll talk a little bit about our group plans, and then let those guys kind of have the floor for a bit to talk about new rules changes and whatnot.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jason, for swinging by, hanging out with me, and I look forward to coming on your stream after this.
Sounds good, man. See you then.
Adios. Bye.
Later.
See you, Jason.
And then there were two. That means I got to transition and put all this stuff back, or just leave it like this. I'm going to leave it like this.
There you go.
Thank you, Glenn, for the $10 super chat. Happy birthday, Frank. I appreciate it. Woo! Happy New Year's to you, too. I wish you a prosperous new year. Ah, man. Everything helps. The super chats really do help the channel. But what's another build are you looking at, Robert? Have you tuned up your goats yet?
Have I tuned up my goats? No, I'm not tuned up any goats. Let me think. I mean, I've started playing around with GNU radio. I don't know if any of you guys have played around with that.
I have.
Or not yet.
I got some thoughts.
Yeah, so I'm familiar with it. I've been building some basic radio, following some of the other builds and stuff that you can find out there. Just trying to get familiar with it. There's a lot of great videos out there that really teach you a lot about how radios work, which it's pretty doggone interesting. I mean, but you want to talk about a deep rabbit hole. If you want to really burn some time, get yourself loaded up with GNU radio and start playing with that. So I'm having a lot of fun with that right now.
I really do. Before I get into my opinion here, Paul, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. I do appreciate that, and I see that he gifted himself a sub. That's funny. I worked with GNU Radio for a bit at work. I find it's cool how everything is customizable you can do with it. There's a couple of quirks you got to do for off tuning from the center because it's software defined radio, and the center is always a spike, and you should never tune what frequency you want to receive. You got to tune the radio or the receiver and then go off of center. However, I couldn't just drop a module and get the radio box. All right, so here's everything you need to just set up a receiver, and you just got to tweak it for what frequency you want to receive or ranges of frequency. But then after that, post-processing, that seems fun to me. But it just got so tedious of setting that up each and every time I wanted to do a new diagram that I kind of fell out of love with it. But the post-processing over the signals is amazing. You could do so much with that. Which receiver did you get?
Which receiver? So I've got
What software receiver? Software-defined radio receiver.
Yeah, so I've got a couple SDRs. So I've got an SDR play, and then I've got an RTL SDR, just one of the generic RTL SDRs. I'm more interested in using it though to transmit. So I just ordered a hack RF.
Yes.
So I'm more interested in creating SDR configurations to transmit. That to me sounds like a lot of fun, right? So, you can create your own garage door opener. You can create your own TV remote, right? You can do all kinds of crazy things with that hack RF and GNU radio. So lots of experimenting, lots of playing, and it's like I said, it's a deep rabbit hole.
But it opens up a lot of creativity if you get into it.
Yeah, the other thing that really caught my attention on it is there is this out of tree, which is what they kind of call third party components. They call them out of tree components. There's a whole satellite collection of components so that you can receive and transmit to different satellites. And so there's like a lot of like examples to get you started in playing with that. But there's a number of these. There's a number of satellites out there that will actually receive transmissions. A lot of that stuff isn't necessarily well documented or well shared. But if you dig far enough, you can find some of that stuff. And so I think that will be a lot of fun.
I have. The sad part is I haven't been at my desk for 3 months. On my desk, I have 2 Hacker RFs. I have a what is those little mini tuners and antennalyzers that smoke?
Nano VNA.
Yeah, I have a Nano VNA and a bunch of other cool hardware. I was using at work for a little bit, and I can't talk about any of it.
Why'd you bring it up?
I've used them. They're awesome. They were fun to play with. And I kind of hinted the project manager at the time is a ham radio operator. And I'm like, can I bring some of this stuff home to review? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I was like, yeah, that's a no.
I see 45's asking about Dipole the goat. Is he resident? I haven't put any power through him yet, but that goat's growing like a bad weed. So I'll have to get an updated picture out there for you guys.
Ooh, Dipole the goat. I love it. I love it. I'm thinking about if there is another Will It Tune contest, I'm going to tune up my smoker while it's going.
While it's going.
While it's going. Well, you got to be smoking on it if you got the smoker going, right?
Yeah.
Don't think it really affect anything, but yeah, definitely interesting.
Well, your wire will be less conductive the hotter it gets. However, I'm not going to get it that hot. It's only going to be up to like the firebox.
250 degrees or something.
Yeah, the firebox would be the hottest part.
Yeah.
So if I tune the smokestack, or put the connectors on the smokestack, I should have enough to do it.
Well, if you have metal legs connected to the main firebox, why not just connect the wire to the legs? But you're going to stay cool.
That will work too. That will work too. I got to figure out how to connect it to the radio. But I'll probably use the the name of it's escaping me right now. The Zygu radio that tunes everything.
Oh, the G90.
G90 will tune anything up. I'll use that. Get only, I don't know how many watts out of it because it'll probably maximum tune everything. But there will still be power going out. That'd be fun. I know Josh was talking about tuning up a shed one point in the backyard.
I suppose anything out there. I mean, they've got. You can buy these modules that'll turn your gutter system into an antenna. So if you can tune that, you can tune anything.
I do have another idea for a project, and now it escaped me. It'll probably come back in a second. We got 10 minutes left on the stream, so I'm going to go ahead and repeat it one more time. Right now, over at GigaParts, the link is in the description and also pinned to the chat. 40% off, 40% off select items. So use the link and you find which items it is, and use Frank40 at checkout. You get 40% off. All amazing stuff. Thank you all for joining. This has been fun. We're not quite there to wrap up yet. Oh, after tuning up my smoker. Oh, if I had like more money I knew what to do with, moon bounce. A dream would be doing a moon bounce. I wanted to build a moon bounce system for the Eclipse. I just ran out of time.
You could sneak into a schoolyard and tune up a school bus.
Ooh, that would be fun. Do you have any aspirations, Robert, for a moon bounce? You got satellites right there.
I would love to do that. Yeah, I would love to do that. Either 6 meter or 2 meter.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it require some like crazy equipment to do that?
More watts.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you want to have some power, certainly.
A sideband. You need a sideband to do it. It helps.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the 9700 is a good place to start.
That was the radio I was about to say. Yeah, the 9700 will get you 100 watts and single sideband on 2 meter and 70 centimeter. That's why it's also kind of recommended for a radio for satellites too, if you want to work that. But it is another honking box like the 7300.
Yeah, it's very. It looks like the brother to the 7300, right? That you set them side by side, they almost look like twins.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Also coming up this year, I promise we're going to make progress again towards the ham shack. I was getting ready to do it, but I couldn't find time. You think I have all this time during the downtime between these ham fests, but I always find a way to fill the weekend up. Always find a way.
Yeah, that's always the struggle, right? That's the ham's struggle.
Mm-hmm. Jeff's
too many projects, too little time.
Jeff said he just bought the box for the Explorer bag for the headsets. That headset bag is versatile. You don't have to have a headset in there. The middle divider is movable, so you can take it out completely or move it around and put random connectors in it or whatever else you want to put in there. It might be a good bag for just your ancillary key. It might be a good key bag. Your key and wires and foot pedals.
Yeah, CW is something else I should probably get back into pretty soon.
I would love to do CW.
I mean, I spent the money on a lifetime membership to Long Island CW Club. I was going really good with it for a while. And I fell off the cart. Got to get back up there again.
How long ago was that, Scott?
Oh, God, it might have been a year ago.
Gotcha. So was it, the reason I was curious is I was wondering if you had started with the new methodology that they're
No,
using.
I have not. They
so
changed
you
it.
were
And
with
that's
the, yeah.
something, yeah, I have to start all over again with whatever they're doing now, because it was, we're using, what's that program called? CW Player and G4FON is what we used in the classes. And I know they've got some other new thing out there they're doing. I just got to get back on the ball with it.
Oh yeah, they developed a browser-based system.
And just the reason why I don't do CW, just imagine me doing CW. I got a full keyboard of letters here. I can't mess a letter up, but it will always be, yeah. That's one reason why I haven't done CW. But
It's just practice, man. It's just practice.
I think it'll be fun to do. It will be really fun to do.
I enjoyed it when I was doing it. I got relatively proficient with the first 10, 15 letters there and a couple numbers here and there. I enjoyed it. You know, I was sitting down, I was doing the work, 20, 30 minutes a night, just doing random stuff. I still can't do the copy in my head, which is what I really got to. If you get the copy in your head, then you're 90% over the hump. But that is the most challenging part.
Well, we got 6 minutes here, so I'm going to go around the room, starting with Robert, man. Where can we find more about you and what's coming up on your channel?
Sure. So you can find me as Digital Rancher on YouTube. The newest thing I'm playing with is these funky little bow fangs. And you can see it says Spec 5.
Yeah.
And if you guys know anything about Spec 5, their color is green. So, boom, green screen.
Actually, that makes it pop beautifully.
Yeah. So this is an FRS radio. If I can keep it on the screen. This is an FRS radio with a rack whiz block radio built into the case. And so this is it's kind of an intriguing little device. So, with this, you've got the ability to communicate via voice and text without a license or without any type of subscription. So it's kind of a cool little device. They took a Baofeng FRS radio. They kind of built this little backpack that's built right into the case. They extended the case is actually what they did, and then they put the factory right back on to the back of the device. So I'm playing with this thing a little bit just to see who it might be good for and when you might want to use something like this. But I just love how they're like mad scientists with Meshtastic, right? They're coming out with all kinds of interesting, fun little gadgets. So, but this Baofeng's kind of the newest thing I'm playing with. One other thing, since I did mention Meshtastic, that I do want to start to talk about, since Hamcation is just around the corner.
Real fast, does that FRS radio's antennas removable, or are they locked in?
No, the FRS radio antenna, which is the factory one, that's this guy, is not removable. However, this 915 megahertz antenna is removable.
Oh, cool.
And the other thing I think they did a really nice job on is you charge the entire thing through the factory charge port.
Oh, beautiful.
So, yeah, so the whole thing charges with a single port.
What was your second thing? I didn't mean to derail you there.
Yeah, no worries. The second thing I wanted to mention is at Hamcation, I was able to work with some of the folks there who put on the Hamfest, and we secured some tower space for a Meshtastic radio that's going to be on the tower that they bring in for the event. And we're going to be putting a solar node on that tower to cover the entire fairgrounds for the entire period of the Hamfest.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so make sure you guys bring your Meshtastic radios. We should have really good coverage, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, happy birthday, Frank.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to say the Spec 5 guys came in on my last live stream, and we did a deep dive in their technology and why they went the way they did, and a bunch of interesting stuff. So
Nice,
if you're
nice.
interested,
Hey, they're going to be at Hamcation.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got a table, and they're going to be set up there at Hamcation.
Oh,
so.
awesome. I got to swing by and say hi. And if you're interested in that information, I have All-Star Link, All-Star Node coming in, and we are going to be, Link, talking and doing a deep dive in their technology coming up next live stream. So that would be the 28th. Scott, my co-host man, my partner in crime, my whiskey and cigar aficionado. What's coming up in your world, and what's coming on?
Oh, we're up against the wall here, so I'll make it pretty quick. First, happy birthday again.
Mm-hmm.
Second, thank you for having me on the live stream. Love being your co-host. You guys want to find me? I'm Ham Radio for Non-Techies. Got a website, hamradiofornontechies.com. Got some new videos lined up, at least topics for videos. Try bringing you guys, stuff that's useful for you, so you can go out and utilize the information you get from my channel. But yeah, that's all I got going on right now. I'm just going to work on some new videos, get those out here for the new year, and just see where it goes from there.
Awesome. Well, thank you for swinging by and hanging out again. I appreciate it. You spending your time and Sunday evenings with me. I saw that. Pop that up on screen. And hang out for a second. As always, thank y'all for watching. I do appreciate it. The Frank 40 is going to be active for at least another hour, maybe a little more. So you do have some time. And after the live stream, I'm actually going to go and buy the stuff in my cart. I have 3 items there myself. So I spent my own money this time, not just your money. Y'all have been amazing. Thank you to everyone who donated super chats, and Paul with the gift of subs. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to my Patreons and YouTube members. This channel wouldn't have lasted this long without y'all and y'all's continued support. I do appreciate it. As always, y'all are amazing. Y'all are awesome. And don't forget to search Tank Radio on any podcaster app. We need to get those podcasts going up again. There was a little lull during the break, but I hope it comes back. I really do enjoy doing those too. I think that's all I have. Yep. As always, y'all, go forth and conquer. Say bye.
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
See y'all.
A quick shout out to all my Patreons who make the show possible. You can support me by joining Patreon in the link below. And on to Tank Radio!